couple of nights ago, I took my daughter, I've got a 9-year-old daughter, her name is Stevie, and she loves Olivia Rodrigo. And I took her to an Olivia Rodrigo concert in LA. And it was a tough day because I had to pick her up from school early. I had to go buy her a new outfit for the concert. I had to buy her shoes and sparkles and a new dress, and then we went back home, and I had to pack to come to Boston, so I'm packing, she's trying on her sparkles and all that stuff. We didn't get a chance to eat. We get to the stadium. I was hungry, she was hungry, so I wound up getting some chicken tenders, and I wound up getting some waffle fries and a double cheeseburger. I ate the tenders, and she didn't like her waffle fries, so I wound up eating those, and she didn't like her burger because the cheese was too cheddary, was too sharp, so I ate her double cheeseburger as well. I ate everything. Okay, what's the first word you see when you see that screen right now? First thing that pops up. Most of you just said soup. Why did most of you see the word soup? Because I influenced you to do so. I primed you by talking about waffle fries and cheeseburgers to see the word soup. However, if I would have talked about detergent and Windex and laundry machines, you probably would have seen the word soap instead of soup. This is what Dr. Kahneman called priming. Dr. Cialdini calls this contrast. In negotiation, we call it anchoring. And if I had to give this a definition, this would be the definition. You can change the way people experience anything by shaping what they experience first. It's what you do before you do what you do that counts. I'll say that again. It's what you do before you do what you do that counts. Did you know if you were sitting at a table that had a wobbly leg and that table was wobbly, you'd be primed to wobbly? And then you would go through your day a little bit more sensitive to uncertainty in your day because of a wobbly table? That's how powerful it is. Everything we bring into our environment is priming us. Everything. The things that we read, the shows that we watch, the people that we surround ourselves with, the art on our walls, everything is priming us. Let me give you a little story. I got divorced in 2016, so obviously my mentor's advice didn't work that well. And it took me about 8 months of healing and like, okay, what the hell am I going to do with my life now? And then I got back into dating. And I took this lady out on a date in Napa Valley, California. Very nice, very romantic, very expensive, good wine. I don't drink much wine though, and I certainly don't spend money on wine, okay? $40, that's it. I'm cheap, okay? So I take her to this beautiful restaurant, they seat us by the fire, and they bring me the wine list, and this was no list. This was like they just handed me like the scriptures, like a Torah of wine, okay? And like the paper was like, it was like ancient Egyptian, it was just like, I was like, what the hell? They weighed 20 pounds. I opened up this leather-bound book, and the first bottle of wine I saw was it was $18,000. $18,000. I was primed. I was also pissed off too. And all of a sudden I panicked, and my date became, I didn't care anymore. She never saw me again after that date, by the way. And I just started panicking. What the hell kind of restaurant is this? And I'm looking for cheaper bottles of wine. And I'm turning the pages, and they are getting cheaper, but not by that much. 15,000, 14,000, 13, 12. 20 minutes later, I get to page 93. Finally, there was a bottle of wine there, $250. Thank God, I said, oh my God, I'll take that wine. And I wound up spending $250 on a bottle of wine that night, and I've never spent more than $40 in my lifetime. What the hell happened there? We want to be the first one out of the gate to set the reference point, to set the tone in the negotiation, okay? Don't ever let your client or anybody you're negotiating with set the reference point on you. Be the first one. But setting the reference point is not enough, because what if you set the wrong reference point? What if you're negotiating price and you set too low of a price as the anchor? Your buyer's thinking, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. This is fantastic, right? We don't want that. So you want to set the right reference point. So how do we do that? Well, there's a famous line from the Godfather. Make them an offer they can't refuse. That's my mafia accent. Make them an offer they can't refuse. Well, when it comes to negotiation, that's not quite true. We want to actually make them an offer they must refuse. They must refuse. Our reference point that we set, whether it be price or whatever position it might be, needs to be at a place that we know they're going to say no to, that we know they're not going to accept. It's almost acting as if it's like a decoy. We want them to say no to it so that they say yes to what we actually expect to get. Okay? For example, you're negotiating with your wife or husband where to go on vacation. Instead of saying Barbados, try something like, let's go, honey, sweetheart. love of mine, let's go to Namibia. What the hell? Namibia? What the hell, you crazy? That's a 1-week vacation? That's what, 30, 60 hours of flying? No! Okay, how about Barbados? You got yourself a deal.